Hey guys, I am going to do this little video in a couple of parts. The first part, I want to read something, and it's from a children's book, and I want to record this separately in case anybody wants to show it to little kids, because it's a great conversation starter if kids are feeling a little anxious and sad about everything that's going on right now. I know this isn't normal for kind of the vibe of Moxie Mama, but then the second video we'll talk about why I chose this particular book. So bear with me. I am reading from one of my favorite books from when I was a child called Owl at Home, written by Arnold Lobel. I don't even know that it's still in print. And one of the stories in the book is called Tear Water Tea. Owl, our main character, took the kettle out of the cupboard. "Tonight I will make tear water tea," he said. He put the kettle on his lap. "Now," said Owl, "I will begin." Owl sat very still. He began to think of things that were sad. "Chairs with broken legs," said Owl, and his eyes began to water. "Songs that cannot be sung," said Owl, "because the words have been forgotten." Owl began to cry. A large tear rolled down and dropped into the kettle. "Spoons that have fallen behind the stove and are never seen again," said Owl. More tears dropped into his kettle. "Books that cannot be read," said Owl, "because some of the pages have been torn out." "Clocks that have stopped," said Owl, "with no one near to wind them up." Owl was crying. Many large tears dropped into the kettle. "Mornings nobody saw because everybody was sleeping," sobbed Owl. "Mashed potatoes left on a plate because no one wanted to eat them, and pencils that are too short to use." Owl thought about many other sad things. He cried and cried. Soon the kettle was all filled up with tears. "There," said Owl, "that does it." Owl stopped crying. He put the kettle on the stove to boil for tea. Owl felt happy as he filled his cup. It tastes a little bit salty, but tear water tea is always very good. And he enjoys his tea. Now, why this particular story occurred to me today, and I'm going to talk about it in terms of little kids again for the first part of this video. Kids sometimes don't have the words to understand what is scaring them and making them anxious and making them sad. And they are scared right now. They're away from their friends. And this seems huge. This is the first time in our kids' lives that they have faced anything like this. Heck, it's the closest I can say to this for my life is Gen X. So it is a scary time. And this is a great story to talk to your kids about feeling the feelings that you're having, feeling the sadness that you're having, feeling that scared feeling and being okay with it. But I love how Owl thinks of all of the sad things in the world and releases it. He kind of meditates on it and he releases it, and it fills his own cup back up. Now I'm going to stop here for the kids if you're showing this video to them so that you can talk to them about how to work through some of their sadness and their fear right now. Stay tuned for the second video, which is for us grown-ups during this weird quarantine.